All right, I got another one for you guys. Sony finally caves to the pressure, and you're no longer going to require a PSN account to play Helldivers 2 on Steam. So, victory for the gamers. This is right from the PlayStation account, Helldivers fans. We've heard your feedback on the Helldivers 2 account linking update. The May 6th update, which would have required Steam and PlayStation Network account linking for new players and for current players beginning May 30th, will not be moving forward. We're still learning what is best for PC players, and your feedback has been invaluable. Thanks again for your continued support of Helldivers 2, and we'll keep you updated on future plans. So, that is their kind of pseudo apology saying, yeah, you guys won. You pressured us into this through your absolute savagery, and we'll get to that in a moment. So they're finally caving. The gamers win. So why did they cave? Well, mainly voting with your dollar works. Or in this case, voting with your review absolutely works because, you guys were absolutely savage. I mean, you can see like there were some negative reviews in the beginning, just mainly due to server issues, and then it goes on pretty good for a while, and then bam, 194,589 negative reviews. And as per usual, this is with my filters on of Steam purchasers only and playtime over 10 hours. So these are people who have played this game significantly. That have reacted like this, and you can see, it's bad. It's rough. 45% of the 304,000 user reviews are positive, and that is abysmal for a game like this. So, voting with your review works, voting with your dollar works, and this is the result of that. Now, take this all with a grain of salt. First of all, because they haven't actually removed it from the Steam store listing. You can see here, requires third-party account, PlayStation Network, supports linking to Steam accounts, so it's still on there. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say that maybe it's going to take some time to remove that through a patch, because apparently they canceled that May 6th patch. They might need some time to get that all together, to repatch it and reset up the Steam page to be appropriate. But going forward, they're continuing on with other games. So you can see right here, Ghosts of Tsushima. Developers revealed PC players will need a PlayStation Network account to play the multiplayer mode. Single player will not require it. So they're still going forward with requiring that PSN account. And going forward, basically any Sony backed games are going to require that account, I guess. Which is the same thing as the Microsoft stuff, because they always require a Microsoft account. Ubisoft does the same thing. All these studios, all these major publishers are starting to do this to, basically control what is said on their platforms and how people are playing their games, which is horrific. I mean, you bought the game, you should own the game, play it how you want. Now, it does get into some gray area when you have hosted servers and centralized everything and all that stuff, but I've never been much of a fan of that in the first place. So, that's not much of an excuse for my tastes, because I would rather just have, a more open-ended ability to play multiplayer games without having to have, Daddy Sony looking in or Daddy Microsoft looking in. But those days are long gone, it seems, at least with AAA. So, Sony's going to continue on being Sony, but you guys won on Helldivers, and that is a victory worth celebrating. And, keep the pressure on. I mean, if they keep doing this, give them heck for Ghost of Tsushima when it comes out, and requires that multiplayer. But in the meantime, you can kind of see here, the player counts actually did suffer. Now, they've been diminishing over time gradually for Helldivers since release. It kind of peaked out and it's been gradually going down. But it seemed to start to stabilize a little bit. And you can see most recently, well, let's go a little more recently. It started to drop off a little more since that announcement. This is when the announcement happened, and it did have a spike and then a drop. So I don't know. I think it's more of a glitch there. It's more of an anomaly, not really actually reflective of people refunding their game or what have you. But the reviews were enough of a threat for them to be worried. and people were talking about returning the game, and Steam was going to lift their playtime restrictions on returns. So yeah, I mean, all that kind of put the pressure on and said, well, you know, if we're going to have to give all this money back, that's not going to be good. So they were getting real worried about that for sure, because Helldivers 2 is one of their more successful properties at this point. I mean, you know, what else is Sony putting out that is making those kind of numbers? Not much. And so they're very dependent on these smaller projects that became very popular, very successful franchises. So yeah, putting the pressure on those is real painful, I think, for them. So yeah, keep it up. Voting with your dollar works, and it's going to take a lot more than just one game to turn this around. So you know, keep on at it. And when they're doing stuff you don't like, let them know. Let them know through reviews. Let them know by not buying their games. Let them know on social media. Do whatever you can to try and convince them that, you know, gamers don't want this stuff in their games. They want their games to be open-ended. They want their games to be able to be owned by them, so that the game is in control, or that you're in the control of the game and the game is not in control of you. So that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you like these kind of videos, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you guys later.